Hey, it's Laura with TrueWell, and today I'm doing anti-inflammatory meal prep for spring that balances blood sugar, fights inflammation, and packs in nutrients from fresh seasonal produce. So I really love to eat seasonally. I think Mother Nature provides us specific nutrients we need for each season, but also it costs less to buy produce that's in season. Now, I love to prep ingredients to be able to just throw together, but I also know that we have weeks that are crazy. So it's also important to have recipes that you've prepped for so you have as little as possible to think about during the week. That being said, let me know in the comments if you like doing meal prep with actual recipes or if you like prepping ingredients to assemble meals and snacks as you see fit throughout the week. So this spring meal prep does both of those things. And I've created a PDF with instructions and links to the recipes so you can do this meal prep easily at home. So today we're meal prepping 2 orange creamsicle smoothie packs, a batch of paleo strawberry muffins, a large broccoli strawberry salad, a pan of roasted spring veggies to use whenever and however throughout the week, and then 4 dinners, which are lemon Greek chicken and potatoes, green goddess chicken, flaky lemon pepper fish, and salmon burgers with lemon dill dip. Now, if you're all about meal prepping in the most efficient way possible and eat an anti-inflammatory diet, which is sugar-free, gluten-free, and sometimes dairy-free, you're gonna wanna check out my spring anti-inflammatory meal prep kit at the end of this video. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek and tell you how to get a huge discount on it, so stick around till the end. But let's get started prepping.
Order I like to do my prepping is to chop all the vegetables, herbs, and fruit, then mix and bake anything that needs to go in the oven. And then while that's cooking or baking, put together marinades and dips to store in the fridge until you need them during the week. So let's start with chopping everything. For this spring anti-inflammatory meal prep session and meal plan, I started out chopping the vegetables, which were broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, and onion. Now there are more veggies that I need to chop, but I want to go ahead and put these in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit for about 25 to 30 minutes so that I can work on other stuff while that's roasting. Those are cooking. We're going to finish chopping fruit so that we can get our smoothie packs, salad, and marinades put together, as well as get the muffins ready to go in the oven. The spring fruits we're using this week are oranges, strawberries, and lemons. The orange needs to be zested, sliced in half, and then juiced. The strawberries just need to be washed and then the leaves cut off the tops and then cut in half or quartered. And this mostly depends on your preference for the muffins. And then the lemons just need to be sliced and juiced. And since the strawberries are done, I want to go ahead and mix my batter for the strawberry muffins because as soon as the roasted veggies come out of the oven, the muffins are going to go in. So we start out by mixing the dry ingredients, then mix in all the wet ingredients. And then combine it really well. Then divide the batter evenly into the muffin tins. By this time, the veggies should be done in the oven, so we're just going to pull the roasted veggies out of the oven to let them cool, and then the strawberry muffins go in at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. Now, once the veggies are cool, we're just going to go ahead and put them in separate containers to be stored in the fridge for side dishes throughout the week. Next, I chopped the potatoes and then moved on to the herbs. And this week I need parsley, chives, dill, and then I also need some chopped almonds. You can buy these in slivers or chopped from the store. I just happen to have whole ones, so I needed to give them a rough chop. Now that everything's chopped and ready, I'm still waiting on the muffins to finish baking, and I can go ahead and start assembling prep packs and containers for stuff that will go in the fridge until the night or day that I need it. So let's start with the orange creamsicle smoothie packs. I'm making 2 of these for the week, and we just throw all the ingredients into a baggie that's labeled. These little handy things that I'm using are called baggie stands, and I'm telling you, this makes it so much easier to use baggies for storage when you have anything liquid, because if it tips at all, you've got liquid all over the counter if you don't use these things. This does not happen with these baggy stands. You can find them online, and I'll have a link in the description if you want to grab some as well. This recipe also includes a few ice cubes, but we hold off on those until the day that we actually make the smoothies. You can write instructions for the ice on the baggie too if you want to, and then once those are made, they go in the fridge. Next, we'll make the marinades, dips, and dressing. This green goddess dressing is so fresh, you're absolutely gonna love it. I like to make a really big batch of it so there's enough for the chicken recipe and dressing for the week. We'll be using it also on our broccoli strawberry salad too for this week. So for the dressing, we're gonna use a blender cup and just put all the ingredients in. It's super easy to make. You just throw it in and blend it on high. Now we're gonna use part of it as a marinade for the green goddess chicken. Part is to drizzle on the chicken once it's cooked, and then the extra is for dressing for those salads for the week. So we put our chicken in a labeled baggie, then pour just enough to coat the chicken, then store the green goddess chicken in the fridge. And for the rest of the dressing, just store it in a sealed container or a baggie to go in the fridge as well. Next up is the lemon dill sauce for the salmon burgers. So first we're gonna dump all the ingredients into a bowl, and then we stir really well. Then get it poured into a sealed container or a labeled baggie to go in the fridge until you need it the night that you make the salmon burgers. Next is the homemade ranch dip, and this is for the blanched veggie platter that we'll make in a few minutes. And again, this recipe is super simple, and using a recipe like this eliminates the artificial junk and MSG that's normally put into ranch dressing mix and dip mix that you buy in the store. So you start with organic sour cream and you just put all the other ingredients into it and stir really well. If you're gonna store this for the week, you can really just mix it up right in the container that it came in and then store it in the fridge until you need it. And the last marinade that we'll make is for the lemon Greek chicken and potatoes. And this marinade is actually for the vegetables, not the meat. The recipe has two separate steps for the vegetables. So using our baggie stands again, we're just gonna put the potatoes, oil, and onions in one bag and the asparagus and olives in the other. Then we just seal them up and store them in the fridge until the night they're needed. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and prep the salmon burgers for the week. So to do that, we start with our salmon pieces and we chop them into tiny pieces. And we're gonna do this rather than putting it in the food processor because it makes the whole thing too mushy really fast. So we're gonna mix in all the rest of the ingredients in this recipe, and then we're gonna shape them into patties. These are super easy to stack on parchment paper and just store in the fridge until the day that you need them. But getting this one step done ahead of time makes it really easy to get these cooked during the week. When you cook them, that's when you'll take that last step to dredge them in the arrowroot flour first, and then you're gonna cook them in oil in a skillet the night that you want to eat them. So depending on how long your prep is taking, your strawberry muffins should be coming out of the oven. And when they're cooled, you can store them a few days on the counter, or you can make them last even longer in the fridge. Then the very last thing I'm gonna prep is the blanched vegetables. Blanching is actually really easy. You just use a large pot in either a steamer basket or colander basket. You can do without one if you don't have one, but it's much easier to use a basket. So you boil the water, you put each vegetable in for 3 to 5 minutes, then immediately put it into an ice bath to stop the cooking process. Make it like an assembly line to be really efficient with this. Then you're gonna put each in a bowl to drain the excess water out, and you can store them for the week or go ahead and make a platter and then store it covered in the fridge. If you happen to have leftovers from your meal prep at the end of the week, my favorite way to use it is to make a Nourish Bowl or macro bowl with all the leftovers.
Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I've created a spring meal prep guide for you that should hopefully make meal prep a little easier because it has the full prep guide as well as links to the full recipes on the TrueWell website. And when you grab the free PDF for the spring meal prep, you also get a huge discount on the blood sugar balancing spring anti-inflammatory meal prep kit that has 4 weeks of spring meal plans, full recipes, and prep guides that include breakfast and snacks, lunches, dinners, and even desserts and cocktails. All sugar-free, gluten-free, and dairy-free adaptable. The links for these are in the description below the video. And if you like this meal prep video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see more of in the comments below. Be true, be well, and I'll see you in the next video.